The first international friendly match is tonight against the Netherlands. I'm really looking forward to see what the starting 11 is going to be and compare it to my last week's video to see what rotations we have. It is going to be a mad mix-up because obviously the John Fleck and COVID situation leaving 6 players behind in training, but that gives a lot of opportunity for some young and new lads coming through the squad, maybe fighting for the positions going forward. It's going to be a really good game. I'm really looking forward to it. If you have missed that video, it will be in the description down below, or you could also click the annotation at the very end of the video. If you are finding for the first time, please make sure to drop a sub down below. I will be bringing you all the Scotland content all throughout the Euros. You do not want to miss it, and there is going to be a special behind the scenes vlog of Scotland versus England at Wembley in the hospitality suite, watching the live reaction as we beat the old enemy. I am really hoping that's happening. I don't want to feel like a mug, but we're going to get right into the live reaction of the Holland versus Scotland game. Let's go. Squads have been announced here. It's not as strong as we'd like because obviously we've lost John Fleck and 6 other players due to COVID. Like, I'd rather they do this now and do it properly instead of affecting the whole squad and really ruining our chances at the Euros. So it's fair enough. Do what you have to do during these friendlies. The team we've got is still pretty strong, especially down the middle. One of our biggest disadvantages is we don't have our natural right back. That's not the end of the world because Kieran Tierney is pretty versatile and he's very good, like one of the best players we have, and I think he can do an okay job over in right back. Of course, you can't move Andy Robertson from his left back position. It's unbelievable. Like, he's a Champions League winner. He knows what he's doing. This is going to be a tough game. Holland are one of the best teams about. I actually think they're going to be a lot better than the teams we have in our group, and a lot of English fans will disagree with that, thinking England are too good. He's overachieved in the last World Cup. He's dead. Deal with it. You aren't as good as you think you are. We're coming to get you. But I'm really looking forward to this game. There's a lot to offer here, and we've got a lot to take away from this to see what we've got going forward. So I'll try and give you my live reactions throughout the game. Looking forward to this. Come on, Scotland. Jack Hendry, kid, what a goal. Them days out in Belgium are treating you well. What a strike. Literally chasing that ball from the halfway line, coming up and picking it right out. Holland caught sleeping. Believe. This better be good things to come. One each. Holland equalised there. Memphis Depay with an absolute cracking volley. Nothing you're really going to do for that if you're Craig Gordon's shoes. The very bottom left-hand corner for him. We're still in this game though. There's still a bit to be happy about so far. We're doing pretty well in the midfield and up front, but the defence there was a bit too widespread. We should be doing better at tracking the right men, but we go on. Still got time to go. Come on. Okay, that's half time now. Nothing much has really happened in the last 25 minutes. We've had a couple of attempts. Kieran Tierney's been really positive for us. I'd probably say he's been man of the match so far with getting forward and overlapping Andy Robertson, as you can see in what I mentioned in the last video. Ryan Christie, if you do hear this, we are looking for you. We have not seen you for the last 45 minutes. Apparently, you've been on live telly. No one knows where you are. If you do find this or hear this message, please go into the dressing room and give your family a call. I'm sure they're worried for you. Holland have got quite a lot going down forward on this right hand side because we don't really have a natural right back in there. James Forrest looks a bit puffed out and tired. He can't really hack running back and forth. It's not been brutal for Scotland, but Holland are definitely picking out this is where we can take advantage of them, and they really are starting to exploit that now because more and more is coming down from there. I do believe we might still get something out of this game. Kieran Tierney's been phenomenal. I'd love to see a bit more of Turnbull. He's maybe got a bit of like stage fright in this scenario here because he's lost the ball a couple of times. Liam Cooper though, my God, you've made some amazing tackles in this game. I actually think you've got the opposite effect right now. You've been absolutely incredible, even though it's one of your first ever games for Scotland. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you can produce. Still in this game, come on. Changes at the minute. Dykes is off for Kevin Nisbet, which happy to see him get a few minutes. Not seen what he's like in the Scotland top, so that should be quite good. Ryan Fraser's coming on, Jane Forrest going off, Decky Gallagher's coming on, and I'm just missing the third person going off, Liam Cooper. So, good bit of changes there. Hopefully it'll liven the game up a bit since the second half's been pretty much dead. Ryan Christie has been seen. He lost a foul and then won a foul. So, yeah, that's where he is. He's on the pitch. Hopefully something livens up now because this is boring. Oh, Kevin Nisbet, first kick in a Scotland strip, and he gets a goal. Absolute banger. Andy Robertson, what a cross there. And yet again, Ryan Christie has been seen on the pitch again, getting the pre-assist there. That was pretty good work up. A lot of powering down the wings there, straight about it. Love to see it. Happy days, 2-1 Scotland. Come on. We made 2 subs. Kieran Tierney and Andy Robertson are off for Scott McKenna and Greg Taylor respectively. getting a couple of minutes under their shirts for this. Still 2-1 up. Holland have made 3 changes there. I saw Patrick Van Arnholt come in. I think Promes came on, and I'm not quite sure who's went off yet, but still in this, 2-1 up. Happy enough. Declan Gallagher's made a good impact since he's come on. He's definitely fighting for one of them starting 11 spots. As I said in my last previous video, he is actually a rock at the back and he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's an absolute serious centre-back that people need to take a lot more going forward because he's got the capability. Sorry. Nearly a goal there. Good catch there by Gordon. Still in this, 2-1. Come on. Billy Gilmore coming on now. Have to give credit to Craig Gordon. He made an unbelievable save there. David Turnbull coming off. Scotland still 2-1 up, but I kind of like this pressure that Holland's putting on us right now because we're going to come up against this in the Euros, so more experience for these young lads to get used to defending for their lives for 10 minutes if they're up. Don't be worrying about going forward. Sticking in these situations, it's all great experience no matter what comes out of this now. I much prefer this right now. I'd rather be under the cuff winning, holding on to a lead than going out trying to chase one, because I'd rather we be defending at the very end than chasing when you're behind. Gotta enjoy this though. Craig Gordon's been fantastic so far. Scott McKenna's been brilliant since he came on too. Oh my god, it's a great game. Scotland doing really well. That's come back to bite us, hasn't it? We give away too many free kicks there, although I do think that is a mistake by the ref, the way that one was given a free. He's been giving away really odd decisions here and there, but I don't really know the ref. I don't know what experience he's got, but you're not really going to take away from that free kick. That was absolutely unreal from Depay, but that's what he's known for. Absolute bangers like that. A couple of minutes left to go. See if we can hang on for a draw, or maybe even try and sneak one. It would feel a bit gutting right now if we do end up losing this one, because Holland have got all the pressure on us. But we've still got this. We've still got something to go. Oh, that was close. Let's see what happens. Skied it, cool. So yeah, 2 each, 90th minute. I'd take a draw because no one expected us to get anything against Holland, but here we are. Whistle there's 2 each. Not the result we sort of think we deserved during that game, but a Memphis Depay masterclass. Absolute top right corner, bottom right corner for both his goals, and a volley and a free kick. He is going to be a danger for Holland in the Euros, which nothing we can do about it. He's not in our group. But fair enough game. I think it's a fair result. We didn't really have much of the ball. We had a lot going forward, but I'll get into the analysis right now. So the final result was 2-2. It's not the result we were looking for, but before the match, if you said we were going to get a score draw against Holland, we probably would have taken it, because it really showed the areas that we need to work on. Not having a natural right back was a really, really big problem for us, because we had James Forrest tracking back the entire way as well. He didn't really have the stamina to do that, especially against Memphis Depay, which you did see open a lot of pockets of spaces for Holland to attack. However, down that left-hand side, as predicted with Andy Robertson and Kieran Tierney, we were taking the mick at them. They were going absolutely no idea where to go. Andy Robertson tracking back, going forward, Kieran Tierney going over, making power plays through about 3 defenders and the midfielders, getting balls into the cross, which is exactly what we need. Huge credit to Kevin Nisbet getting an absolute banger right in his resume for Scotland, as well as Lyndon Dykes. Didn't really do much, but he really showed how strong he is in the air. There's a lot of times there where he wasn't getting the support he needed. Ryan Christie, however, was completely missing from that first half, but in the second half brought it back well. He was fighting for challenges, he was doing very well, he was making good passes and good dribbles, which is what we know him as. A lot of you guys in the last video did criticise me for putting Ryan Christie in the centre mid, which I honestly think is still the right thing to do. He really proved tonight that, especially in the second half. First half, yeah, I gave him a bit of stick that he didn't show, but that second half when we actually had to attack, he was going for it. He'd done a lot. Just took him a wee while to get going, which maybe that's what he needs. Maybe he just needed the confidence boost, because obviously Celtic didn't too well, and we've got this game now against Holland, which is a good result. If we had that in the Euros against one of the bigger clubs, you would be happy to get a score draw. And as well, we've got the Luxembourg game coming up as well, so maybe he just needs that confidence boost to bring it back, because he is one of our star players, especially for Scotland. I really hope he is going to improve a lot. I know I took the piss saying he's gone missing the first half, but the second half I was delighted to see how well he was doing. Liam Cooper had an absolutely outstanding game. I think he made 2 backheel clearances that were outstanding, stuff you didn't really expect, which has really shown what the Premier League's doing to our boys as well. They're really improving them in specific areas, but I do think Declan Gallagher was an absolute rock as well when he came on. He really had the control over the back line. He knew exactly where to go. Craig Gordon, as well as playing in the Scottish Championship, had an absolutely unbelievable second half, especially with the pressure coming down on him. I know they let in 2 goals, but if you look exactly where them goals were, I know he's he's like 6'4" or something, but you're not going to reach that. That was absolute top bins from Depay and bottom bins from the volley. You're never going to get that. So I think Craig Gordon's definitely fighting for one of them starting spots, but I still think it has to go to David Marshall just based on what he's done for Scotland so far. But that's a completely 50-50, or maybe a 60-40 in my mind right now. He might start one game and Marshall will start the other. I think Craig Gordon again will be starting on Sunday against Luxembourg, but he might just be able to hold on to that spot. It's a bit of a shame with John Fleck in the COVID situation, but we hope all the boys recover. That's going to be it for today's video. I will be bringing you more Scotland content on Sunday after the Luxembourg match, so please make sure to subscribe. And then in 1.5 weeks time from that point, we have our first game against Czech Republic in Hamden. I will be doing my review as well as a pre-match video. You do not want to miss any of the Scotland content coming to you on this channel, so let's go for it. Let's smash that like button, smash the sub button, and I will see you on Sunday. Goodbye.